Hey everyone, welcome! Today, we are going to totally master one of the most useful Korean phrases out there, the one you use to talk about what you're doing right this second. Seriously, this is one of those phrases that will make you sound so much more natural in your everyday chats. Let's just dive right in.
So, let's set the scene. You get that text. We've all been there. Where are you? Now, you could say, I'm going, but that doesn't really get the point across, right? It feels a little flat. You're not just going. You're in the middle of the journey. So let's learn the perfect, most native-sounding way to say exactly that.
And here it is. This is the magic phrase, nin 중이야. This is your new best friend. It literally means you are in the middle of something. It's the absolute perfect response because it really emphasizes that you're in the process of doing something, like right now.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. That looks a little weird, maybe a bit intimidating, but don't you worry, we're about to break it down piece by piece, and once you see how it's built, it's going to click and make total sense. Okay, let's take a look at the classic I'm on my way now. 지금 가는 중이야. First up, you've got 지금, which just means now. Simple enough. Then, you take the verb stem for to go, which is 가. And here comes our new pattern, 눈 중, which means in the middle of doing. We finish it off with 이야, which is just the casual way to say it is. So, if you translate it word for word, it's like saying, now in the middle of going, it is. See how that paints a much more vivid picture?
And really, it all boils down to this super simple formula. All you have to do is take a verb stem, the dictionary form of the verb, just without the tha at the end, and then you just stick nin 중 이야 right on it. So, 하다, to do, becomes 하는 중이야. I'm in the middle of doing it. It's that easy.
And hey, want to know a fantastic little shortcut? For nouns that are all about an action, like work, which is il, or a meeting, you can actually drop the verb completely. You just add 중이야 right onto the noun. So I'm working becomes a super quick il 중이야. How cool is that? It's an incredibly handy trick.
Okay, so you've got the basic building blocks down. Now let's get into the really fun stuff. The little nuances, the details that are going to make you sound less like you're reading from a textbook and way more like a native speaker.
Now, this is a question I get all the time. You've probably learned go 있어, and yeah, saying 가고 있어 for I am going is totally correct. But it's just a simple fact. Using 눈 중이야 adds this special flavor, this emphasis on the process itself. It's the real difference between just stating a fact and telling a little story about what you're actively wrapped up in.
And this is just a perfect real-world example of that. If a text comes in while you're on the road, firing back, 나 운전하는 중이야, isn't just you stating, I'm driving. No, it's a polite way of saying, hey, I'm literally in the middle of driving right this second, so I can't text back. It just carries so much more meaning.
And of course, we're talking about Korean, so politeness levels are absolutely crucial. The main thing you got to remember here is just to switch up the ending. With your close buddies, 중이야 is perfect. But if you're talking to a coworker, someone older, or just anyone you don't know that well, you just swap it to 중이에요. It's such a small change, but believe me, it makes a huge difference.
Okay, let me let you in on a little secret to sound even more natural. Sometimes in Korean, sounds change just to make words flow better together. So take the verb 찾다, to find. When you add nun, that J sound at the end of 첫 actually softens and becomes an N sound. So instead of a hard 찾는, it smoothly becomes 찾는. It's subtle, I know, but it's one of those things that native speakers do without even thinking.
All right, enough with the theory. Talking about it is great, but practice is what really makes it stick. So let's try putting this grammar to work and actually make it a part of your own Korean toolkit.
These four right here, these are your new go-to phrases. Think of them as instant status updates you can use every single day. I'm working. I'm thinking about it. I'm on my way home. And hey, look at that last one, 통화 중이야. It's using that slick noun shortcut we talked about. You should definitely try to memorize these. Okay, your turn. First up, you're behind the wheel, your phone rings. You need to text back and tell them you're busy driving. The verb you need is 운전하다. Take a second, how would you say it? Did you get it? It's 운전하는 중이야. You just take that verb stem, 운전하, and pop on our pattern, 는 중이야. Nice. You just successfully told someone you're in the middle of driving.
All right, let's do another one. You're in the kitchen, you're making dinner, and a friend texts asking what you're up to. The verb you're using is 만들다, to make. How do you tell them you're right in the middle of making it?
That's it. 만드는 중이야. You see, even with a verb that has a slightly different ending, the rule works exactly the same. You're totally getting this.
Let's try one more that's going to test a different skill.
Okay, pop quiz. This one brings everything we've learned together. Your boss is calling, but you're stuck in a meeting. You have to text them back, and it has to be polite.
And the answer is 회의 중이에요. This is the perfect one because first, it uses our cool noun shortcut with 회의, or meeting, and most importantly, it uses that polite AO ending that you need for your boss. You just politely and perfectly explained why you couldn't pick up.
Awesome job! So before we wrap things up, let's just do a quick run-through of the essential words we used today. Think of these as the building blocks you can use to practice our new grammar pattern.
Here we go. We've got 가다, to go, 일하다, to work, 찾다, to look for, 운전하다, to drive, and our noun, 통화, for a phone call. Try to make a new sentence with each one using what you've just learned.
And now for my final challenge to you. What are you doing right this very moment? Are you studying? Are you watching this? Think about the verb for what you're doing and try to say it out loud in Korean using 눈중이야 or maybe 눈중이에요. Honestly, the absolute best way to make this stuff stick is to use it right away. Go on, give it a try.